Hey guys, how's it going? I just want to show a quick issue I'm having with my HTC 10. Right now my SIM card is in my Nexus 6P and it's T-Mobile. The issue I'm having is that my HTC 10 does not want to get LTE or connect to LTE, and when it seldomly does, it's extremely slow in comparison. So right now I just check the speeds I'm getting are relatively mild. Usually I get upwards of 90 megabytes a second, but I heard there's a tower out in my area under maintenance today, but regardless, that doesn't matter because my phone's still getting LTE right now. So quickly I'm going to show you I'm connected to band 4 LTE, as you can see right there, negative 111 dBm. Open up the speed test app. I'm going to connect to the same server, which is in Beltsville, Maryland, hosted by T-Mobile. So now I'm going to run the speed test so you can see what the baseline is from my Nexus 6P right here. So we're getting pretty decent speeds of about 40 megabytes a second. So let that guy go. And then we're going to compare that to what the HTC 10 does if it even gets LTE, which will be a miracle because I think it only, from what I've seen, I've never gotten LTE indoors. It's very seldomly when I'm out and about, and T-Mobile coverage in my area is pretty good. It looks like the upload speeds are pretty horrendous right now, but as you can see there, it looks like 40 and about 2.69 for the upload. So now I'm going to take my SIM card out of my Nexus 6P and pop it into my HTC 10, which is currently powered off, just to kind of eliminate any potential issues. I power the phone off, so we power it back on, and it will be fresh to boot when we run this test. So I'm going to quickly pop the SIM card in here. HTC has a really nice SIM tray on, if you guys have seen that. Quite nice, has a back on it. I'm going to turn this guy on. And just to note, this issue has occurred on the stock firmware. This is currently, I think, firmware version 1.53 or whatever it is. It's all 100% stock aside from a kernel, which doesn't affect the radio whatsoever. And this issue, again, as I mentioned, does occur on the stock ROM. It does not matter. And I can show you the issue again using my S7 Edge, which is currently filming this, to test LTE network here. So let me have this phone finish booting, but again, I'm not really, it's quite loud, not really entirely sure why the issue is occurring, and now that it's T-Mobile. So it looks like this guy's finishing up right now. Just unlock it. Alright, so I'm going to open up the same app. So right here we have LTE Discovery. Let me just quickly grab, stop whatever it's doing, downloading the speech pack for some reason. Alright, so we're going to go into LTE Discovery, turn Wi-Fi off. And as you can see right now, I'm connected to HSPA, whereas the Nexus 6P was on LTE. If I reset the radio, just as precautionary to see, hey, is it going to connect to LTE? Maybe. Maybe not, if it wants to reset. Maybe. It doesn't want to do anything. All the fun permissions it wants to grant. Alright, so here we go. Looks like it's a little slow today doing anything. Or it doesn't want to cooperate, so I apologize about that. Just a moment. Alright, so my phone was being a little odd. It always acts a little odd when you boot up any phone these days. So anyway, it's just kind of trying to reconnect to LTE, which it doesn't seem to want to do, ever. For some reason, as you can see, my Nexus sitting right next to it a second ago was connected to LTE just fine. I could reset the data, it would connect right back to LTE. Here it just wants to go back and forth between HSPA and HSPA+, as you can see here. I mean, the signal's pretty strong, but there's no reason at all why it shouldn't be connecting to LTE. And if I take a look at my settings here, just to quickly show you guys. So if I go in here, obviously you can see it's LTE, LTE Auto. Go down here, can look at the radio quickly. You can see the software version, 1.53. Pull up the baseband. As you can see right there, it's all up to date. So again, I'm not really sure why the issue is happening, but we can run a speed test, as you can see, on HSPA Plus or HSPA, whichever it decides to be on right now. Looks like HSPA. We're going to see what kind of speeds we're going to get here. I accidentally clicked the wrong thing there. Oh, not cooperating. try this again. Alright, so here we go. It's going to find its server. I don't know if you guys noticed it says like 4G there on the top. When in reality, HSPA is kind of 4G, or H plus if you want to call it that. I prefer the H icon, so not to mislead you, but the LTE, when it does show up, is kind of on the side and it's really small. So we're going to run a test here using the HSPA that it's on currently, and you can see it's, oh, sorry, let me redo that or stop this right now to connect to the proper server if it'll let me. That might be an LTE only server. So it looks like I'm not given that option of Beltsview. I have Baltimore, Maryland, but no option there. I guess that is an LTE only site that it's connecting to, so I'm going to connect to something relatively close, which I guess would be Baltimore. So we're going to connect to that guy. Regardless of what I connect to, the fact of the matter is that it's not getting LTE, so it's not going to be fast no matter what server you connect to. As you can see there, 8.2 and 1.21. I mean, that's not great. Especially for a phone that's brand new. Even on the stock ROM, this issue would happen, which I might flash back so you guys can see. So as you can see there, 6.44, pretty slow. Again, it's not on LTE because it will not connect to LTE, which my Nexus 6P would. So again, for those of you who are saying, the issue is something being done wrong, or, oh, it's an unlocked version, or a T-Mobile version, I'm sorry, an unlocked firmware, and that's the issue. I had the unlocked version. Actually, I wanted to get the T-Mobile version just because the unlocked one I had some issues, but that's beside the point. The point of the matter is that this should work on the stock ROM or the unlocked ROM, which, again, is using T-Mobile's network. The unlocked one worked perfectly fine. I never had any of these issues on it, which I kind of regret swapping it out for the T-Mobile version now. But again, obviously, even now, it's still only on HSPA. And if we reset it one last time, we get HSPA Plus for a second. I don't know why LTE Discovery is not cooperating with me today and just kind of being special, so... Anyway, guys, there it is. I might make another video, as I mentioned, showing the T-Mobile ROM, but you can see the issues there. It's not going away, and it is what it is at this point.